Bryan's hurt again.
Bryan is his own worst enemy at this point because I think he may have rushed his comeback a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't think he necessarily should have come back for the Royal Rumble, especially if he wasn't going to win it. But looking back on it, I didn't like that decision to not have him win if he was coming back.
Yeah.
But if he wasn't going to win, they should have did every precaution possible. Maybe he would have been a surprise entrant for the ladder match. Mm-hmm. Similar to what they were doing with the Elimination Chamber tonight. With Rusev being out, they had a mystery opponent who we're going to reveal later on. But they should have maybe released
it was Mark Henry.
It was Mark Henry.
Yeah. Letdown of the baby.
Letdown.
He has fantastic theme music, but yeah.
Mark Henry, man. We're going to talk about him at length. I have a lot to say about Mark Henry. But Daniel Bryan, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I love him in the ring. I think he's great. I used to be pretty critical of him. I didn't think he was that over. I used to think that the chant yes was over.
I absolutely agree with you in that.
Yeah. But he's a fantastic talent. I mean, in the ring, like on the mic, he's okay. But in the ring, I think he's in a league of his own. But they should have definitely let him come back at his own turn. Maybe he rushed it himself. But I think if he wasn't ready to come back, then I don't know.
For me, like I said, I watched the pay-per-views. It seemed like a mirror image of last year, where he wins the title at WrestleMania, and then he's hurt.
Yeah, like a month later.
Got to drop the belt. And it seems like there's pretty serious injuries, like serious career impacting implications.
I think above the shoulders, like neck and any kind of head trauma, like concussions, I think that stuff should be taken with the most like seriousness.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be doing the double, what's it called?
The Chris Benoit flying headbutt?
No, the missile drop kick, both feet where he lands on his back from like the top rope.
I don't know. I think he's probably one of the safest workers out there. So, I mean, who knows? He knows what he's doing. I don't think he'd put himself in any kind of danger.
Anyway, later in the segment, Bryan states that his career is not over. He's coming back.
No.
Which, was that in doubt?
I don't know. I think it depends. I mean, I expect to see him back, but at the same time, I don't want him to be like Edge, and if he takes one bad bump, he might not ever walk again.
Yeah.
Because Edge, probably my favorite wrestler growing up, aside from Bret Hart. I don't want Daniel Bryan to be having to force himself into retirement. I want him to go out on his own terms and go out healthy.
He's not really a spring chicken. He's an older guy.
Yeah, he's an older guy. He's up there in his 30s, I think, and he's an amazing talent. But maybe they could find something else for him to do, maybe on commentary. I don't know.
A Mick Foley kind of deal where he's so beat up you make him the commissioner.
Honestly, if the Authority ever wants to no longer be the Authority, I think Daniel Bryan as a face general manager would be. I don't know if he'd be willing to do that, but I think that would be incredible.